Okay, I got something new, technically last week, but my scope rings didn't come in until today, so new today. It is a Thompson Contender compass, chambered in. Of course you're not going to focus, you never focus on anything. .300 Win Mag. So, 300 Win Mag is quite the cartridge. That's why I bought it. I don't have any need for this gun, honestly. I already have a bolt action hunting rifle that I use. So I bought it because it's in 300 Win Mag. And for the price I paid, which after the rebate was 160 bucks, which is absolutely nothing when it comes to a gun. How can you say no? So, I just tossed my Athlon Argos on here and some sling. We'll shoot it, I guess. Before we shoot it, I'll go over like the good, the bad, and the about this gun so far. Definitely the bad is the stock. It's cheap, shitty polymer. Feels cheap and shitty, but for 170 bucks, I really don't care, honestly. I don't think aftermarket support for these guys are very big, so you're probably stuck with the cheap stock. But it could work. The other thing I'm not a giant fan of is, one, the bolt's not very slick, but again, not that big of a deal. But in the bolts back here, it's got a whole lot of wobble to it. I'm not a big fan of that, because I often push up, and yeah, right there, pushing up. Okay, not actually up, but that direction-ish. And it should just slide through, but it's sticky. I've lubricated it and I've run it. Spent like 15 minutes cycling this thing, and it still isn't perfect, but that's just a training issue. You know, as long as you make a specific point to push directly forward, it's not that big of a deal. And you're not probably going to be cycling this thing rapidly very often. It is chambered in 300 Win Mag. I guess the meh, we'll go there next, is how far that bolt comes back, because my face sits here, so that comes almost touches my cheek. That's a really long bolt throw, but no, bolt throw is bolt extension, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it comes back and it's kind of unnerving, but I think if you just play with the gun more, you'll get used to it. Trigger's alright. It's adjustable. I haven't played with it. I'm going to do a follow-up to this after I play with it more and get it settled in how I want everything. Trigger's not bad. It says it's adjustable from 3.5 to 5, and it's probably sitting closer to 5 right now. There's a little bit of creep, and I don't know, the brake isn't too amazing, but it's not that bad. Again, for 160 bucks, it's pretty fucking good. The other major reason I wanted it, besides the caliber, is comes with a threaded barrel, which is pretty fucking sweet, considering it would cost about 100 bucks to get my hunting rifle threaded, when for 60 bucks more I could just get a whole new rifle and a whole new caliber. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. The Magnum calibers come with a 4-round detachable magazine, rotary style, you know, all that. Not too bad, I guess. Okay, if you don't know how big a 300 Win Mag is, this is one of my 308s with a 168 grain EMAX in there, and you know, looks like a pretty mean bullet, but that is a Winchester Magnum. And you might look at it and be like, oh, that's not much longer than a 30-06. Well, it's true, it's not much longer than 30-06, but it's significantly wider. This has almost double the powder charges that this will take. Not quite double, but almost double. This thing will hold a lot. Okay. I just bore sighted in at the paper there. I'm not going to shoot my steel because this is a 150 grain projectile going at 3,300 feet per second, which is going to destroy my steel. So I'm not going to normally do. I normally shoot at steel. I'm not going to do that. So let's hope I don't fucking die. This recoil. I'm just going to shoot at the center of those 4 targets there. God damn. Alright. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, close enough, mainly because this is Remington core lock that I bought at my local gun store because I wanted to shoot something. Except my federal gold medal match showed up. So I'm gonna switch to that. The other thing I'm not exactly used to is the fact that this has a, you know, sporter profile barrel. So she warmed up really quick. Like, she's too hot to touch after, like, what, 5 rounds? 8 rounds total? So, just killing time. Obviously, I moved her up to the table here because I can't shoot that pitch prone anymore. There's a lot of recoil. And she's not light, but she's definitely not heavy. And with no suppressor on the end, and without a bipod and actual support on the front. Loaded up 5 more gold medal matches. We'll see how the second group does. But these bags are too low to shoot prone with comfortably. Like, you can just feel how much power this thing puts into your shoulder. It's not comfortable at all. So definitely moving up here feels better. At least until I get a bipod slapped on the front of this thing. This thing's a monster. I don't know. She's not looking too hot. But I can actually see that this cheap fucking stock is touching all along here, which probably isn't good. Guess that's another negative. Okay, so I guess in the follow-up I'll adjust the trigger, make sure this is free floated, put a suppressor on it. Yeah, that stuff. Ugh. It's genuinely punishing. It is. God damn. Fuck it. Gotta say, not the biggest fan of this fucking magazine. I think it might need a little polish on the inside there, where the cartridge is held. Or lube or something. Fuck off. Yeah, no. I just heard my fucking other camera turn off. So, clearly I'm going too slow. Yeah, quick recap. This was the first 5 shots I shot. This was the one that I hit myself in the face because of poor position. So, I'm not going to hold that. But these two together, or these 4, are still 3 inches, 2.5, whatever inches. Not very impressive at all. For a gun that claims to have 1 MOA guarantee. This one's a little better. This one, my camera died literally as I was pulling the shot. So, sort of distracted me there. So, we'll ignore that. Those 4, a little better. No, 2 inches, 1.5 inches, whatever. Closer, but still not quite there. This is the first, 13 shots that I've, got out here at the range with this thing with. So I'm not going to hold it against the gun. It's still not in the configuration I would prefer. I would prefer, like I said, a bipod, muzzle brake, and a suppressor on it. Probably a cheek riser. So probably do a follow-up in a week or so when I have all those things and do this again. But as it stands right now, it's acceptable. Not amazing, but I think every gun should be able to do MOA.